Greetings and welcome to part 8 of the Flute series using essential elements. This is focusing on the red belt for band karate. Notice there's only 2 red belt songs in this section, 132 and 150, but there are a lot of exercises in here and a lot of new concepts. So we're going to start 119 to 150 and on page 24. A lot of these are good exercises that I would encourage you to do on your own, that you don't really need me to play them for you. A lot of them are review things. But let's take a look at 121. This is a high C, so it's like your low C, but it's high. Look underneath that exercise. It says higher notes are easier when you aim your airstream higher across the embouchure hole. So if you're blowing downward, you want to bring that air up just a little bit. It's going to help you get that. Here's the high C. Here's the exercise 121. Sometimes I struggle to get these high notes out myself. As you know, if you're my student, I'm a trumpet player, not a flute player. So sometimes some of these high notes can get a little tricky. I suppose if I practiced all 10 instruments that I teach every day for an hour, wouldn't have any time, but I'd find them easier. Same thing with you. If you're practicing your instrument, your particular instrument, every day, you will eventually sound better than me. Yeah, that's what we want. So let's keep looking. Let's go to 127. I do like this exercise because this one has E flat, B flat, and A flat in the key signature, but you've got some E naturals and some E flats in here. Crossing over is all high notes. Okay, so really focus on that, really air and aiming that higher to get those. Notice your key signature, B flat, E flat, A flat. Turning the page with me, on page 26, 132 is your first red belt song, Michael Row the Boat Ashore. Notice B flat, E flat, A flat, 4/4 time signature, 2 pickup notes, and then you see a repeat sign. So take a look above in the orange box to see what that repeat sign means. Basically what we're going to do here is you have those double repeat signs when you need to repeat in the middle of a song, but you don't necessarily want to repeat the whole song. So we're going to play beginning all the way to the repeat sign that's in between the first and second endings on the second line. Then you're going to go back to the repeat sign on the first line. So you're going to jump back to that high B flat. You're going to skip the first 2 notes, okay, when you do the repeat. Notice actually those first 2 notes, that E flat and G, are in the second ending anyway. Now here's Michael Row the Boat Ashore. I'm going to start that again. Probably work on my high C's so they don't sound a little less garbly. But it's a good idea for you to also work on those high notes to get those really pure tones. Let's keep going looking at here. 133 is the Austrian Waltz. I do like this one. Again, you've got B flat, E flat, A flat in your key signature. So A flat with the golf club key. 3/4 time moderato. Technique Tracks uses a new time signature called common time. Basically, 4/4. 4 beats in the measure is all common time is. So when you see it, just play it like you would normal. Here's 135. I do like 142, The Saints Go Marching Again. I'm not going to play it for you, but I would suggest that you would go on that one by your own. Again, it's got those first and second endings on there with those pickup notes at the beginning. Let's turn the page for some more new stuff. Page 28, 147, you have a scale. A scale is when you play every note in a series. Okay, so in this case, we have what's called the B-flat scale or the concert B-flat scale. So we're playing B-flat, C, D, E-flat, F, G, A, B-flat. So it's a series of notes, you're playing one of everything. Okay, and we can talk in a later video series perhaps about how you figure out what scale gets what flats and naturals and sharps. But for now, just memorize the B-flat concert scale as having B-flat and E-flat in it. And 149 are talking about chords and arpeggios. Chords are when 2 or more notes are played together. Arpeggios are when you jump from one note to another from a chord. Usually a chord is made up of often 3 notes and you skip. So if the first one starts on the line, they'll all be lines. If the first one starts on the space, they'll all be spaces. So let's play 149, because 148 you can't play because it's a chord. You can't play more than one note on your flute. 149. You start off with the scale, the B-flat concert scale, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B-flat. Then arpeggio, you jump, B-flat, F, D, B-flat. Then you do the scale down, and then you do an arpeggio jumping up. Theme from Surprise Symphony is your last red belt song. Notice your key signature, B-flat, E-flat, A-flat. Notice you're in common time, so 4 beats in the measure, 4-4. Andante, so fairly slow. A little bit about this song. It was written by Franz Joseph Haydn, also known as Papa Haydn. Everyone loved him, apparently. And he was a bit of a jokester. People used to fall asleep during his concerts because classical music's pretty chill, right? It's very beautiful and it's calming, and it can put you to sleep. So he decided to have a little fun with the audience. The Surprise Symphony starts off quiet with that piano. Then in the middle of the song, you get the big bop to wake up the audience, and then it goes back to quiet. So what he enjoyed doing was playing this piece for the audience, and then seeing who jumped in their seats, and then just kind of looked around because it went back to normal. So here's a Surprise Symphony. Notice that there's 2 A naturals in the second measure from the end of the first line. All the rest are A flats. But just so you realize those A naturals, don't forget them. Alright, this is a shorter video, but this concludes the red belt for band karate. Again, I would encourage you to go back and try out a bunch of the extra exercises, especially 142, because they will be valuable in the note reading and solidifying concepts. Alright, the next one's going to focus on brown belt. Take care.